All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Corsace Open 2022. We are here with the last losers bracket matchup of the finals weekend between one of the teams that you just saw a few minutes ago, who just completed a devastating 7-0 sweep against Ramsing, up against No Title, the underdogs of the finals weekend, and the 12th seeded team out of qualifiers, also coming off the back of a 7-1 win yesterday over the third seed in Shale. My name is Dio. I'm here with Sad Shiba, back again for this last losers bracket finals matchup.
Hey dudes, what's going on? I'm back. How y'all doing? Glad to be hosting this match again, dude. This is a pretty exciting matchup. No Title, the dark horses of this tournament. They've got some incredible players in Karcher. Karcher's been a monster in this tournament. Definitely going to be the player that you're going to have to look out for. Probably going to be playing most of the matches along with Jung Woo Young, who's also a pretty solid all-rounder for their team. But they're coming off of a really, really dominant win against Ram Singh. Definitely got that momentum boost, I'd say.
Absolutely. And, both of these teams have that momentum, right? You have the underdog story for No Title and the sheer firepower from the top players on the coming out in this matchup, Seed 4 versus Seed 12, the on-paper favorites, but with how No Title has been performing throughout the tournament, I think this matchup could go either way. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. We were talking about the teams a little bit, but just to retouch on the format, essentially, each team gets one protect map that they can choose to pick at any time throughout the match, which cannot be banned by either team, but can be picked by either team. And then we do a round of bans at the start, and 2 more bans for each team, 1 more ban each team, 2 bans total after 4 maps have been played throughout the match. So every time 4 maps get played, we do another round of bans. And picks will continue to alternate. For the bans that are done in the middle of the match, the team that bans first is the team that is currently ahead in the match, so that the losing team has a bit of a strategic opportunity to, place their ban second and get more information during the ban stage. Stats in this case, though, for both of these teams, to get back to talking about the matchup at hand, really, I think, tell the whole story. Look at the speed stat for and the story of this match is going to be pretty clear exactly what's going on. I mean, the roster for this team on speed is absolutely ridiculous, and you can say the same for their reading roster as well. I think those are the types of things that we are going to see pick into, because those are their power picks, and they really don't want to give a team like No Title an edge with any of those breakpoints. I think this is going to be a much more difficult matchup for both of these teams than what we just saw, given that Ramsing's strengths also lined up pretty well with the strengths, where these two teams, very, very different sorts of teams and what they want to pick and what they're good at.
Yeah, no, you've hit it right on the head. They have an extremely powerful speed lineup in, most notably Arnold, Nineric, and Eternum, but they can also always, rotate around with into Kambing and Raikkoho. Solid team here, and they also have some really good all lineups. I mentioned before, Eternum, Raikkoho, into Kambing, all fantastic all-round tournament players. They've shown their worth before, and they can definitely flex around to what No Title want to play. But notably, No Title, not only a solid hidden team, but they've got a pretty good 2 core in Karcher and Jung Woo Young. Karcher's, once again, as mentioned before, the star player for this team, the guy who's really pulled his weight and really given No Title that great lead. Not to undermine all the other players, they've also done great work on their selective skill sets, and the Cinderella story could go on. The mental is good for both teams, and the underdog story could happen, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is to put it lightly, some anime tournament arc type of shit happening right now in this bracket. Like,
yes.
Just to recap, we were talking about this in the staff channels earlier. No Title is the team that knocked Ramsing down to losers initially, and then was beaten by afterwards to get into losers bracket themselves.
The revenge story is here.
they've already faced off against both of these teams. This is the harder of the two rematches for no title. The won the last matchup pretty convincingly, 6-2, and you can see why, right? The players on this team are all pretty top-tier tournament players. They're all very, very good at the game, and that makes this matchup for this all-Korean roster a bit more difficult. You have some very, very strong tournament players, like you've been talking about, Karcher and Zhang Weiyong in particular on the side of no title. You're also looking, at this point, at players like Spectre, Allegrissimo, and Parisia to be in for quite a lot of maps. We saw how good those players were last match yesterday. And yeah, those players are going to be in for quite a lot of maps, likely in on a lot of the Hidden Flow Aim maps, some of the Hard Rock Tech maps as well. And they're going to have to pop off. One of the things that's really interesting actually about this matchup is, with this being a loser's bracket match in the second round of loser's bracket this weekend, usually you would expect both of these teams to have already played a lot of the same maps, but that hasn't really happened. They've only shared 2 maps, and their head-to-head on maps they've both played this weekend is 1-1. No title winning the Hidden 1 matchup, and the winning the Hidden 2 matchup, the low approach rate reading matchup. And I think that probably points pretty generally towards some other trends in this matchup. We're probably going to see no title pick a lot of aim maps, a lot of precision, Hard Rock Tech, Hidden Flow Aim, things like that the might not be quite as strong on, even though they're still going to be strong on just about everything. They're definitely going to be picking into the speed and low approach rate rating, things that no title tended to avoid during their previous matchup against Shale.
Yeah, this is yeah, you basically hit everything on the head, Dio. You know the matchups from the back of your hand, my friend. This is a pretty high stakes match for both teams. Whoever loses this, unfortunately, is out of the tournament, although secure top 4, and whoever wins this doesn't have a fun time after that. They have to go against the loser of tomorrow's match between Whispering Almond and Goofy. I refuse to say the rest of their name. And,
Team Goofy. Yeah.
Goofy. Team Goofy. And both of those teams are just unreal tiers of talent, super teams, you can say. And so it only goes uphill from this match for both of these teams. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what these teams can go up with. The anime battle of the tournament, I'd say.
Will the underdogs coming from the losers bracket be able to unseat the kings who have already toppled them? Find out after we show our sponsors. Donate to Corsace using the ! Donate command if you want to see other sick matchups like this and the winners finals that's going to be happening tomorrow at 17 UTC, plus the full map pool showcase for grand finals. I know there is a special surprise waiting tomorrow for anybody who's here at 18:30 UTC. Michael Jackson Thriller is waiting for you all tomorrow. And then also Momokai. It was very cool to have sponsored the tournament, done the Corsace Tap Trio bundle with the tournament. So if you don't want to donate, instead you can buy yourself a very nice 3-key keypad from Momokai, and also get some Corsace money going for more custom songs, as there have been more than a few custom songs this iteration. Already 5 of them commissioned from other artists, and then a few from Down as well, who has been doing bunches of custom songs for community tournaments all over the place, including in Corsace. So yeah, if you want to see more cool stuff, Momokai or !donate. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, that's all I have.
That's all we got.
What else have we not seen this weekend, by the way? I think we've seen just about everything, but I wanted to know if I want to see if there's any maps that we haven't seen. We got to be on the lookout for those. As always, you want to see all the maps if you can, right?
I cannot actually recall what happened in the previous match before, not the last match that I just casted, but the one before that. But from last match today, we haven't seen Hard Rock 1, we haven't seen Free Mod 1, which I was expecting to see, considering Ramsing protected that map, but decided to not pick it. Free Mod 2 was banned from which is probably going to be something that they're going to either protect or have banned by no title, considering that you've got someone like Ekoro on that team. A team is dangerous when a single skill set is defined in a team by one player. It's yeah. I can't actually say I've seen the last maps on the match before, but regardless, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see a tiebreaker. I want to see No Mod 6 because I like Quack. I like that map. It's cool.
A very funny song. It's
very funny, funky map. Also may have gave me almost a nightmare when I was watching the showcase at night. I am very sensitive to horror. Forgive me, chat. But here we go. We're going into the picks and bans section here between No Title and the. Preps are starting to go through. Protects are starting to get decided. What do you think is going to be the protection side, Dio? I've got a little thing to mind, but I want to see what you think about this. Oh, Hard Rock 3. That is what's picked first. Dio.
Protected for No Title. I think this is a pretty good protect for them. I believe they picked this in their previous matchup. No Mod 5 protected for the is also not really surprising at all here. Really obvious protect there, given that it was banned out by No Title in their previous matchup against Shale, and of course a very good speed team, as we've already talked about. DT2 banned out for No Title, also not surprising. No Mod 4 banned for the, I think is really interesting. This is, instead of banning out something that is a head-to-head map, for example, they're gonna go with banning out just a map that they think they can't win in this No Mod tech pick. And I think that really leaves more open for No Title. If this is the saying we can't win that tech map and we don't want to deal with it, you have not only this Hard Rock 3, but things like the Hidden 3 that are maybe opened up a little bit. You have some of the other really funky maps in the pool, like DT4 opened up a little bit with this as well. So I think this is a really good weird as it sounds, good ban for No Title. I think it gives them a bit more information than a lot of other bans would, and they might be looking to, instead of picking that Hard Rock 3 right now, pick into stuff like the Hidden 3 or the Double Time 4, or maybe not that Free Mod 2. I don't know that they're going to want to pick something like that, but definitely picking into some of the really quote-unquote quirky types of maps. I like this No Mod 2 pick a lot, by the way, from the. I think this is going to be a very good map for them. 205 BPM, long streams at 205 BPM, but also a lot of aim requirement, both in terms of the flow aim and jump aim in this map. It's something where you need to be a bit more of a well-rounded player rather than just a stream stamina one trick to be able to play, which I think works out in the's favor. You have some very good stream players on the side of No Title, particularly Karcher and Zhang Yong, but I think that with players like Rupertian and Eternum and Reikaho and Intercambing and Arnold, there are so many good stream flow aim players on this team who are also pretty well-rounded and can play the jumps and finger control in this map really well. To boot, it saves both the No Mod 5 and DT3, so they can pick this DT3 second and have the No Mod 5 saved for later on. So this is a very good first pick from the. I think it almost always is No Mod 2 DT3 here as the two first picks for this team.
Yeah, agreed. The definitely made the right choice by going with that No Mod 2. They've got several players that can really benefit from that maps. That No Title, despite maybe having a few solid players for No Mod 2, it kind of pales in comparison to what they have in the back ready to unleash. And this is the match that really matters. They want to pull out the big stops, and No Mod 2 is a good start to that. Gonna have to wait and see what happens, because waiting for the teams to get ready to start this map. Might I add, this song is pretty damn cool. Let alone the map. Pretty damn cool map in general. 205 BPM, 4.2 CS, AR 9.7. A little bit on the faster side, but when you're late in the tournament like Corsace, you will have that. For No Title, we've got Karcher, Jungwoo Young, Parisia, and Spectre. And on the, we have the very expected Reikaho, Eternum, Intercambing, and MG Hasan Mika, also known as Arnold. Now looking into this first matchup, we see a break from Spectre and Zhongwu Yang. Lead going through on the side of the. No breaks, aside from a very early break from into Kambing. Zhongwu Yang breaks once again. It doesn't help. That slow section gives a lot of free combo, which only will extend the lead from that even more. Karcher and Parisia with fantastic accuracies to boot their FCs. But it doesn't really matter, because if you look at these combos and accuracies from the, Hatsune Miku is not only holding to a SS, but 99.87 and 99.52 from Eternum and Raikkoho respectively. Parisia goes down. That's another FC from No Title gone. And it doesn't look good for No Title. They are just absolutely steamrolling. 3 FCs against none. No, against 1, sorry, with Karcher. Poor Soul trying his best, but it's just not going to work out. MG Hatsune Miku goes down, but it doesn't matter. Into Kambing with fantastic recovery combo. That break didn't phase him one bit. His accuracy is also fantastic. MG Hatsune Miku not only loses a combo, but is SS by a landslide with an unfortunate chain miss. But what can you do? Zhongwu Yang Parisia also break. Karcher is trying his best. He's got that FC 3/4 of the way through. But did we just see a break? Did we just
That's a double break from Raikkoho and Eternum, actually, right before the break. I don't think it matters, though. This is already a 700,000 score lead for the... So even if Intercambing breaks and Karcher FCs, I think this is already over. And that's really the expectation on this kind of map. The only thing we're looking at right now is whether or not Karcher finishes out the FC and completes the very cool score within match, but not going to change anything. This one's already said and done. Lead's growing still, 870k or so, 860k by the end of the first map in favor of the. And that is, well, you know, we called it a good pick for a reason. yeah, totally.
I literally could not agree more. That triple miss at the very end quite literally meant nothing when No Title, when the were FCing the entire map and No Title, aside from Karcher, was struggling immensely from that pick. Karcher, though, definitely showing his colors here. Very, very strong score. The only FC S rank on the map in the lobby. Fantastic accuracy at 99.41. Despite his efforts, though, that will get that first point on the board, and it's No Title's turn for the pick. And No Mod 6, yes! No Mod 6 has been picked for No Title. Let's go.
Both of No Title's matches, they have first picked this map. They are clearly very confident on Adada, the Quacken, mapped by Fergus. This is, I believe, the only non-custom in the Corsace Open. This is a non-custom song, still custom map, excuse me. But yeah, this is a really interesting No Mod 6. It's basically precision aim and flow aim. There's not too much else to say about this song. There's a couple of weird patterns here and there, but this is honestly a very straightforward test of your No Mod precision mechanics. It is AR9 and 200 BPM, so there is a little bit of note density, but with the circle size being CS 7.27, that lower approach rate really doesn't matter as much. I find most precision players actually are completely fine with lower approach rate on precision maps to some extent, because with how little of the map field the notes take up themselves, the note density is already a lot lower, which mimics higher approach rate. So that AR9 is going to feel higher for most of these players because of that circle size. It's kind of a weird phenomenon, but the reason why reading maps are hard to read is because of high object density, not necessarily because of lower approach rate. And this definitely helps alleviate some of that lower approach rate, this map being AR9. Good mechanics pick for No Title, but have not played this yet. They do have a few really good precision players, in particular Intercambing and Repulsion are the two that I am watching on this map to try to upset No Title on this map.
So, as you can see, this map is a pretty gimmicky map. As Dio mentioned before, a very interesting circle size of 7.27, extreme precision. Contrary to popular belief, most of the highest CS maps in the pool are the Hard Rock 2, but this one is a pretty strong exception. But going into the start here, they already have a small advantage over No Title. as intercambing with a fantastic FC. He's done some incredible stuff on these low CS maps, and he's just showing his skills on the Quacken. 99.52 accuracy, giving that fantastic lead at the start. Allegrisimo and Nineric go down, intercambing goes down as well. So now score and combo advantage will soon go in favor of No Title. Parisia does go down, but it doesn't seem to matter. Never mind, John Woo-Young goes down as well. Karcher now the only one with an FC on the side of No Title. And Rupashin goes down for the. Now, Karcher's the leading combo in the lobby. Now he's got an opportunity to extend this lead. Allegrisimo and Parisia trying to recover that long slider is quite terrifying if you're running CS7. You gotta make sure your nerves are intact and all good and funky and controlling for a map like this. Arnold is trying to keep up, but so far, No Title are going to slowly but surely give themselves that lead. Never mind! Oh my god! A 4-way miss from No Title!
And a 4-way miss for the as well. Everybody resets, but that's good for the. They already have this lead about 100,000 up over No Title. And unless there are big combos to be had for No Title in this last quarter and very low combos for the to be had, we're not really going to see anything shift here. This ending probably isn't going to change anything. You see identical combo for Allegrisimo and Arnold. Arnold does find the drop. Zhang Woo-Young and Allegrisimo with a little bit of combo here, but with a 70,000 score lead and Allegrisimo dropping the combo once again, I don't think anything is going to change. This is likely to be the break point for the on No Title's first pick. Their first pick 2 matches in a row for No Title and got just about as much score as they did last time. They are 10,000 points shy of the score that they set against Shale as a team, just about 1.4 million on both of them. But the 60,000, 70,000 points up no matter what score No Title got on this map, no matter which score of theirs you compare it to. The just ever so slightly ahead. And those early combos, especially for Arnold and intercamping, doing some major work for this team. Both of those players up above 400k. And they really needed to be, given the 486k from Karcher, 99% accuracy, and over 600 max combo on the map. Really, really solid score from him. But once again, the carry performer for No Title not quite able to outmatch a more consistent top 2 coming out of the...
Yeah, I can't lie. This looks incredibly close, but that 4-way break from, well, that 8-way break from everyone in the lobby really went in favor of the. Karcher looked like he was going on a tear. No Title had some solid packing combos to potentially give themselves that lead, but that 8-way miss really saved the skin. And now they're going to be 2R up with their next pick being Double Time 1.
Yeah, and it was an incredibly close map, too. I mean, the win for the by only 69,420 points is really something else. I mean, such a close score, especially on a map like that, No Mod 6, is just crazy close. It's just crazy close. Getting into the Double Time 1, a big confidence boost for the team who's expected to win it and maybe able to shake off a little bit of nerves against the underdog dark horse here in No Title, this DT1. A bit of an unexpected pick. I really think this is maybe not the strongest map for the compared to something like the DT3, but very clearly comfortable on it. Did win it in the last matchup as well, so can't fault them too much for picking a map that they have already won. But definitely not as speedy of a map as something like the DT3. We'll see if that ends up biting them in the end. I don't know if it will, though, given that I'm not... we haven't seen a lot of No Title on these higher approach rate DT maps, so maybe we'll be just fine for the as we get into this Double Time 1. DT high approach rate aim consistency is the name of the game here. Not too much else to say about this one. Very, very standard farmy mapping style, and it's pretty normal AR 10.3.
It's anime. It is anime, and it may be. Despite it being 10.3, you're right, dear. This isn't as quick and rapid, but it still does have some pretty difficult aim sections and some very awkward 1-2s throughout the entire map, really, especially throughout the key eyes here. But looking at the start so far, It's a 1-for-1 miss here. Allegrisimo is going to be the latest one to miss, and Nenric recovering swiftly from that early break. The lead will flip in favor of the. But so far, so good. Allegrisimo breaks again. That's not what you want. But Intercamming goes down, and so does Eternum. Now No Title have the advantage. John Woo-Young goes down, but Karcher and Parisia are still holding. Raikaho goes down as well, but so does Karcher. Practically everyone but Parisia is broken right now. Parisia is now the big combo that really needs to stay for No Title if they want to get this lead up. Raikaho did break sadly, but Nenric still holding on to that recovery combo also with solid accuracy. The highest accuracy in the lobby, mind you. Karcher goes down again, but that's not too big of an issue. The recovery advantage may be in favor of the, but Parisia has that FC, has that big combo, and is definitely applying pressure onto the to keep up.
Yeah, unfortunately though, for No Title, it's actually Karcher this time around having a bit of a hard time keeping the combo together. Zhang Weiyang going to find a miss as well during this section. Raikaho is going to match the miss from Zhang Weiyang, but looking at the combos across both teams, you can see a matching combo for Allegrisimo and Eternum, and about matching combos for Parisia and Nenric. It's intercamming with an uncontested 600 combo right now, giving score lead over to the up about 150,000, now closing in on 200,000 score. A growing score lead for this team despite the FC on Parisia. It's not enough given the supporting combos that Nenric has on Eternum and intercamming. And there goes the FC for Parisia, and that is going to be 3-0, it looks like, for the. Nenric is going to find the drop on his combo as well and match that miss, but this score lead already nearing 300,000 for the. And, you know, despite it being a relatively close map, given that it was the's pick, despite it maybe not being as dominant of a pick as DT3 could have been, it is still a pick that works out for the, and still a correct pick for them, up 3-0 at the start of this match. 2 of their own points and a break point on No Mod 6 for a really clean start for the higher seeded team.
Yeah, I totally agree. That did make the right choice, but No Title definitely had a chance there. Unfortunately, the backing combo just wasn't enough. Parisia was holding on for dear life with a fantastic full combo throughout most of the map. But the recovery combo on the side of that was just too strong. Practically everyone had recovered from just a single miss, whereas sadly John Woo-Young and Karcher most notably were breaking a little bit too often, and it's not going to be enough for No Title. And it's going to be 3-0 in favor of the. Hard Rock 1 is going to be what's picked next. Definitely expected from No Title.
This is also a pretty solid pick for No Title, I think. Hard Rock 1. It's not quite basic aim consistency. I wouldn't call it that. Grief and Malice, this map. Oko aim is the descriptor that was used during the map pool showcase for this map, and I mean that's basically correct. It's an older style Okaratu map, mapped by Okaratu, and is really focused on a solid mix of awkward aim, comfortable aim, and stream aim on a lot of the bursts and longer streams in this map. Something that No Title actually lost. This is the only map they lost against Shale, but they lost it by only 30,000 points. It was a very, very close map, and they still had a pretty solid team score overall, 2.2 million team score. With the fact that they are protecting that Hard Rock 3 as well, clearly comfortable on the mod for this team, and overall still a pretty solid score on the map to work off for them. Also, don't know that the is a particularly good Hard Rock team. A lot of the star performers for this team, players like Arnold, not necessarily going to be in for a map like this because it is Hard Rock. So you have instead players like Eternum, Intercamming, Rupertian, and Raikaho in instead, which is still a very scary player. Very scary roster for this team.
Yeah.
But we'll see if the mod comfort for No Title ends up making the difference here. On to the Hard Rock 1 pick for them.
Yeah, looking at that early little space pattern there, Intercamming and Lujol are going to go down. Parisia with it super... Actually, no, never mind. He's still holding. I thought he had a lower combo. But yeah, as you mentioned before, they just generally have a really good set of all-rounder players who can really keep up with any kind of mod set. Rupertian being the most notable Hard Rock player on their team, who's definitely going to be the one to look at when it comes to notable scores on the side of the. But Eternum, Indicaming, and Reiko, all three of them are keeping it up with a solid three-way FC. Lujol and Indicaming both recovering pretty swiftly. So far, it is dead even. Karcher with an SS. Nice to see. Eternum also dealing with an SS. So they're both keeping each other at bay. Karcher loses that SS, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. It is still practically dead even. Recovery combos are identical from Lujol into Cambing, but into Cambing goes down. That's the first miss that really matters in this match. We're a third way through the map, and no title surely now will get that score lead.
Yeah, shortly here during this slower section, you do have some pretty high spacing, long, slow jumps during this part of the map. Reiko actually missing on a slider and missing on a slider jump afterwards going into this section. Rupert also missing. Frankie also dropping the slider break for the now. Zhang Weiyong the only one to match any of the misses coming out. Lujol also going to drop though. It is 2 full combos to 1, however, in No Title's favor. For the first time this match, they are in sole possession of a score lead and combo lead. FC's on Karcher and Parisia versus now nobody on the, as Eternum also drops the FC, and it turns out the mod comfort really does make a difference for this team. Unfortunately, probably seeing Hard Rock 2 banned out after this, but this is a very, very good point for No Title to get. You do not want to start off any match down 4-0. Doesn't matter if it's best of 9 or best of 13. It is a very demotivating place to be. It can really team morale overall. We do see a miss from Parisia, and there are recovered combos on Intercamping and Reiko, but there are also some supporting combos on Zhang Weiyong and Lujol, and to boot a now 300,000 score lead for No Title, with Karcher's FC still intact, the only one in the lobby.
Yeah, Karcher remains to be the only one standing with a substantial full combo with impeccable accuracy to boot. No Title just held onto their combo longer, and the, unfortunately, just fell apart slowly but surely. Their little house decided to crack, and more cracks came in the longer the map sustained. Despite intercamming with a pretty good recovery combo, it's not going to be enough, as the recovery combo from Zhang Weiyong not only will contest him moderately, but Repulsion, intercamming, and Eternum will go down as well. It is almost guaranteed that No Title are going to win this map. Karcher with a fantastic score. This ending section gets absolutely ludicrous, but he is just popping off. Look at him go. 99.6 accuracy to boot for that. This is no slouch of a score. Really impressive play from Karcher.
Yeah, you know, Korea might have lost Flying Tuna, but they gained Karcher. And this guy is very, very good at most of the same things. Not quite as good on tech as Tuna was, but oh my god, if he's not ridiculous at consistency and streams in particular. This guy, 6 100s on the full combo, best 100 count in the lobby, no misses at all. Not quite the full combo, not quite the perfect combo. He did drop a slider end or two here and there, but I mean, what more can you ask for from your carry performer? 700,000 score lead almost, largely off the back of this FC, and the also second top score in the lobby for Parisia and third top score in the lobby for Zhang Weiyong. I mean, 3 out of 4 members for No Title on this map actually outscoring every score on the. So this is very, very, very good for No Title. Really puts into perspective how strong that Hard Rock 3 Protect could be for them, especially in the face of that No Mod 4 ban as well. Unfortunately, though, for No Title, we are going to be getting a second round of bans right now, and I would be flabbergasted, just bamboozled if we didn't see the Hard Rock 2 ban come out from the. It is going to be Hard Rock 2.
Right, yeah, Hard Rock 2 is going to be what's banned. You were completely right, and I honestly agree with you completely. No Title with such a dominant performance at Hard Rock 1, and that protection on Hard Rock 3 really tells the, listen buddy, we're good at Hard Rock, you should probably ban Hard Rock 2. And the definitely heed their advice and go for that Hard Rock 2 ban. Double Time 3 will be traded for No Title, understandably, really high BPM, really speedy map. It's what's going to be, you know, ideally to take away from the, especially knowing that you've got Arnold and Nineric and all the other fantastic players on the side of the who are talented and speed. But without further ado, Node 5 has been picked on the side of the, and obviously understandably you are going to go for your protected pick. This is going to be a speed map that I don't see No Title really contesting here. They've got no Title in comparison to the, they just won't be able to keep up. This map is brutal, and they're having that intense star power in Arnold, Nineric, into Cambing, Eternum, and Raikaho. There's so many good speed players on there. They can just pop off on this, and yeah, solid pick here. My guess is that No Title is going to bounce back with either a free mod or maybe even a hidden. I wouldn't be surprised to see a hidden 3 come through here.
I'd be less surprised to see hidden 1, especially after how good the Hard Rock 1 was for No Title, but could definitely see them picking the hidden 3 as well. Very good hidden flow aim team for No Title to boot, and they will probably pick it at some point during this match. I think the hidden 1 and Nomad 1 also are probably going to end up being pretty solid picks for them. And I think this timing on the Nomad 5 is very good. I think you want to pick this and hidden 2 during this cycle for and that is probably what their game plan is. That way you leave only the free mod 3 ban up for low approach rate bans for No Title. And by the way, we can just talk about like the strategy right now, because nothing there's not really much you can see. It's not close.
No Title are trying to bring something out with MX 10,000 with the speedster, but he's very noticeably struggling. The accuracy in favor of that is astronomical. We might as well talk about the future picks coming through, but Nomad 5 is a great pick here. It shuts down the momentum that No Title had from that Hard Rock 1, and it might wear off Karcher to make that next pick from No Title just a tad bit more risky.
Yeah.
I do agree, actually, the hidden 1 is also a good pick to go for here. Solid aim players, solid, mod set here, 1 players.
I also think after that Hard Rock 1, I think it's a different case for No Title and right now in this match. Like, No Title knows they don't want to play this No Mod 5, and they don't want to play the Hidden 2. I think the Free Mod 3 is pretty okay for them, though, because they can overmod Hard Rock if they want to, and No Mod on that map is going to be much easier than Hidden as well. So you have both the Hard Rock precision for that map, which is something that No Title is going to be good on, and you don't have as much of a reading strain as you do on something like the Hidden 3. So I think it's very likely we see the Hidden 3 get picked this cycle for and we see the Hidden 2, the low approach rate hidden map, Hidden 2, get picked this cycle for and see Free Mod 3 maybe banned for No Title. It depends on how comfortable they are putting, for example, Adappear on the Hidden on that map, and then having other people take Hard Rock and No Mod to get good scores on it for them. Whereas for No Title, you could pick stuff like Hidden 1, No Mod 1, and then leave the guessing as to what to ban next, right? You don't necessarily need to play or protect right now. But if you feel like you need to get a point on the board right now, that's also an option for you. I think No Title has some options with what they want to pick, and they're actually going to go with a map we haven't discussed, which is the Free Mod 1, but very, very similar in terms of what the map does to that Hidden 1. It's a little bit more awkward in terms of the aim and a little bit less flowy and bursty in this map, but still pretty similar overall in style. It's an aim map. It's a Jonathan LFJ Falcom Sound Team map. You kind of know what you're getting here, right?
If you know Jonathan LFJ and you know Falcom Sound Team, you know what this map's going to be about. You know what to see. And to be fair, despite this being a very jumpy map and the 1/3 section of this map getting extremely difficult around the halfway mark, this is relatively comfortable. And this is probably a map that No Title want to try and maybe slip away with, maybe, not reveal any future maps that they might want to get on the board. Maybe, honestly, I think it's good for them to keep that Hard Rock 3, to have that secured map when they need it the most. Free Mod 1 is honestly not a bad pick for them. They've got the Hard Rock players, they've got the hidden players, they've got a pretty good diversity, and considering that No Title are really solid in the aim department, this is a good map for them. That do have good players to bounce back with, but I can see No Title taking this for sure.
Yeah, I think this is very likely a good pick for No Title. I think, like you said, I can see taking this. I can see getting a breakpoint on this. But I definitely think this is one of the good picks that is left in this pool for No Title. And I think if you start losing maps like this, it kind of forces you to maybe go into the Nomad one instead, or go into stuff like the Hidden 3, which, is another one of those possible picks that's left up. For now, though, just the free mod 1, awkward aim and 1/3 later on into the map. A little bit of high density on this map as well. It is AR 9.6, so not going to be too bad, but with Hidden it can be a little bit rough, especially with the really awkward angles in this map. We've seen only a really early break for Parisia, not going to impact the score too much. You can actually see the accuracy keeping it extremely close between these two teams right now. The combo not mattering whatsoever, given how small that combo lead is. It's all going to come down to execution, probably during the 1/3 section on this map, or just random misses on what will seem like nothing, but is still very difficult patterns for these players. Angles on this map are not friendly to anybody not paying attention. You drop your focus for half a second and you can miss on a map like this.
Yeah, as we talked about before, the halfway mark at this point is really what's going to decide who keeps that lead past that mark. There are some pretty difficult 1/3 patterns there that can really, really trip someone up if they're not ready for it. But so far, it is extremely even. One break can really decide the flip here. Whether the can keep it on no title flips depends on who is the first to break. Luzhou will be the first one to go down. One of the no more picks for no title. Parisia and Wujong Young on that Hidden are trying to maintain that. Parisia with a really early break at the start, but as mentioned before, doesn't really matter. Not that important. Luzhou goes down again. That's not what you want. And now the score lead 100% is in favor of the. And now we're going to be getting into that halfway point. Eternum goes down, trading that for Luzhou. The combo advantage now will be in favor of no title, but never mind. Zhongwu Young and Parisia goes down. Repulsion trades one of them, but it doesn't matter. Intercamming and Arnold have got Karcher at bay. He's trying his best. He's hitting the 1/3 section, but it doesn't seem to matter. So many people are breaking here, but so far, 2 FCs to 1. Karcher, poor guy, he's trying his best, but there's nothing no title can do.
Yeah, this preference hidden for both Arnold and Rupertian working out fairly well for them, and putting intercamming on the Nomad very, very good for the leaving probably your best aim all-rounder on the Nomad, making sure he can get an incredibly high score. He doesn't have quite the same accuracy as Karcher, but it doesn't matter. You've got Arnold backing you up there if you are intercamming with a reverse choke on that Hidden. He's about 10-15 combo down from the FC on an A rank 1 miss right now, I believe. And unfortunately for Karcher, unless we see a miss come out for both of these players right now, it is just not going to matter. There's slightly better supporting combo for Zhang Weiyong and Luzhou, but Parisia has no combo. There goes Eternum, but that's not the member that you need to miss. He has already dropped, and unfortunately this pick just not working out the same way that Hard Rock 1 did, and you can see why the players for the much more comfortable either with a mod of preference or with that no mod in intercamming's case. Arnold with that preference hidden, just again continuing to pop off, probably top scoring the map because of that extra hidden mod multiplier, even though he won't have the same kind of accuracy as Karcher. And unfortunately for Karcher, it's an FC on this map that doesn't end up mattering. The rest of the team not up to snuff compared to the supporting squad for the double FC or what may as well be double FC for intercamming, and Arnold, 2 missed reverse choke for Arnold, but the supporting scores as well, 650k, 530k for Rupertian and Eternum. You needed a second FC for no title just to be close on this map, and even then, looking at the supporting scores, even comparing Luzhou and Zhang Weiyong, you're still losing out on those supporting scores. So it's a tough ask for a win on this map from no title. Over 3 million team score for the is an extremely good overall score for them, and this puts them in a very good position. You have what is probably Hidden 2 coming up right now for the, and that map was not close comparing the head-to-head scores. That is a very, very likely win for the. They have an extremely good reading roster. It's actually Hidden 3.
Hidden 3.
Okay.
Right, yeah, okay, this is a bit of a strange pick, because Hidden 3 is the map that we predicted no title to pick, but maybe there's a preference here. Maybe the feel the comfort on this map. This map's a little bit speedier, a bit rhythmically intensive with some finger control, generally bursty, pretty fast-paced, and definitely a bit strange that the Hidden 2 isn't being picked there. You've got Ekaro and Arnold in the back waiting to play a map like that. but I guess they want to maybe save that. I don't know. No Title do have that Hard Rock in the bag, but you know, considering that we thought 3-1 could be the play for No Title, Hidden 3 might be the same scenario where No Title definitely have a chance to fight back, but they might just take it. We'll have to wait and see. This is the map that we thought No Title would win, or pick even, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe preferences or comfort will be what makes the get that lead and secure themselves that tiebreaker. No Title in a really bad spot. Really, really bad spot. 5-1. They've got to do something. This map might be the beginning.
I mean, we saw this map for No Title in the previous matchup against Shale. They did win it. It was largely off of Karcher getting 600k on this, and then a couple of good scores from Parisia and Zhong Wuyong in particular around that 400k mark. If you're looking at the roster for you can take a look at Arnold and Rupertian and probably Ikoro to come in for this. I would be surprised alongside Intercam.
Maybe.
I would be surprised to see Nineric, Eternum, or Raikaho in for this. And I would be surprised to see Listia come in for this map, given the skill cap involved in something like this. Listia actually going to be in for this map, though, so proving me wrong a little bit here.
Nineric as well.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I really would have thought that we would have seen a couple of other players in here, Intercambing in particular, no Ikoro as well. But Rupertian and Arnold are going to be probably your biggest assets for on this map. Those are the two players to watch here. Arnold, despite his reputation as a speed player among most people, and as a reading player as well in the tournament scene, has some nasty hidden flow aim scores in solo, such as the best accuracy hidden FC on Suki, less than 3 dimensions, the lower diff on that loved map set.
You know which one it is, chat. You know what it is. It's that map. You know what it is, chat. Come on. You can spam it.
Disgustingly good
you can spam it.
Skills. As I say that, basically everybody breaks, so it's Listia and Karcher with the only FCs remaining already. There goes Listia. It's just Karcher. Down. Okay, pop-off time, Karcher. Let's see it. What can you do?
This is Karcher's big opportunity now. We're already a third way through the map. This map is relatively short, but that advantage now for No Title is prevalent. We can see it. Karcher goes down, though. That's not what you want. You still got the combos from Zhong Wuyong and Parisia, but slowly but surely, that supporting combo might go in favor of the. Actually, no, never mind. Oh, double miss from No Title. Hasan and Miku and Rupertian also go down. It looks incredibly close right now. Zhong Wuyong the only one with a substantial combo. Karcher with a decent recovery. Nineric goes down as well. It's simply Arnold against Zhong Wuyong for that top combo. And No Title are continuing to extend their lead slowly but surely. Karcher and Parisia goes down, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that Arnold goes down, and he does. Zhong Wuyong now with the combo that matters the most. The one that needs to be held. He goes down, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. 300,000 score difference and the map's almost over. I think it's over. I think No Title will get that second point on the board.
They are going to, and this is a hell of a backfire pick for
Oh, no.
This is really, really rough for in particular. We thought that hidden 2 pick was basically guaranteed, but a missed pick here on the hidden 3 for gives opportunity for No Title, as they have a second set of bans after this, or rather a third set of bans after this. They don't have to deal with that hidden 2 at all now. They can go into something like the hidden 1 after a map like this. If you say, hey, let's keep the momentum going on hidden, let's pick the other hidden that we won against Shale as well, and try for something like that. You can also take this, roll with a protected pick, go with something like the DT4 and go back into some more kind of wacky flow aim with a map like that. There are so many options open right now for No Title. They are going to go with the protected pick, though, that tech hard rock pick. This is a really, really tricky sort of map. We saw this in their first matchup against Shale as well. It was their protected pick there. They did end up winning it by about 300,000 score. Very, very solid overall score for Karcher. And we already saw how well that Hard Rock one went for no title earlier on. The mod comfort playing a big role for them there. The instant Hard Rock 2 ban after that Hard Rock 1 win coming out of the as well. This is clearly a team that does not prefer the Hard Rock. That is the weakest mod for the. So forcing them onto it, no title here, looking to consolidate the breakpoint that they just took and get themselves to a 3-5 game state before the third and final round of bans.
No title have a fantastic opportunity here. Fantastic. Not only do they get that breakpoint onto Hidden 3, but that have missed a huge opportunity to secure themselves that Hidden 2 pick. Now, HL3 is going to be played by No Title. Most likely, unless an upset goes through, No Title will probably win this map. And after that, No Title can ban that Hidden 2. The big map that gives them that security on Tiebreaker is gone. Now they've got the opportunity. Now No Title have the chance. They win Hard Rock 3, they ban Hidden 2, and then the next maps are going to be what's going to matter here. This is No Title's chance.
Well, we'll see if it's a good enough chance for them. This is still an uphill battle for them. They are still down a breakpoint here. They have to win this pick and then win another 2 picks in a row here. 3 out of the 4. Well, actually, they have to win 4 out of the 5 remaining picks, including this one, to force that tiebreaker at least, or win 4 in a row to win the match. So this is an uphill battle for no title regardless, but it is a uphill battle that is looking a bit better than it was at the start of that Hidden 3 pick, and especially before we saw that Hidden 3 get picked, and we were assuming it was that Hidden 2 and it was going to be match point. This is definitely looking a little bit better now for no title. Unfortunately, the start of this map not looking so hot for them. A couple misses for Parisia and Zhang Wuyong. Karcher and Allegrisimo still on the full combos for no title. Listia intercambing Eternum and Raikaho in for the. Raikaho with the reverse choke, and Listia dropping one of those misses here for the. Combo advantage overall to no title now.
Yeah, No Title have got that combo advantage. The early break from Parisia and Zhang Wuyong won't matter because that recovery is solid. Listia and Raikaho are both to break once again. It is 2 FCs and 2 fantastic support combos against the mid 2 FCs from the. No Title are at a great advantage right now. 2/3 of the way through the map, these sliders can give free combo. Karcher was really close to breaking there on that slider. Thank goodness he held. But so far, so good. No Title have got the chance now. We're going into this next Ki, the halfway mark. What matters now is that the combos maintain. Everything can stay the same, and No Title will get that lead through. Here we go. We're going into this final Ki, 2/3 of the way through this map. This is what matters the most. Look at these cuts triangles. This is what's going to trip somebody up, potentially. This could be what decides it. But no one is breaking. Everyone's in focus. Whoever breaks first is going to decide this. Oh, Parisia goes down.
Parisia does miss, but doesn't matter. Raikaho is going to trade it. And even in the 400,000 score lead, Eternum and Intercambing both drop, and that is a guaranteed point for no title. Karcher still on the FC. Allegrisimo with the Bancho miss actually still on the FC as well. Right there, not dropping the combo. Zhang Wuyong and Parisia are going to drop once again, but this is a very, very dominant point for no title. Really unfortunate. This is the only Hard Rock left up in the pool, because if they're were able to pick that Hard Rock 2, that would be such a good map for them. Almost a million team score difference, over 900k up for no title on that pick. They could 3v4 so long as Karcher is in on the lineup. Karcher with, once again, the only FC on the lobby, 98% accuracy on the Hard Rock variable rhythm tech map. We didn't talk about it that much, but there are a lot of 1/6 bursts in that map, tons of cut streams, tons of hard to follow sliders. And you can see the difference in accuracy overall. The next best act on no title coming out of Parisia, 93.77. Next accuracy in the lobby is Intercambing with 95, still 3% act below Karcher.
Just a huge diff. The star player diff is quite massive here. Yeah, I think no title definitely had an opportunity to choke that there. Thank God they didn't, because now they've got that strategy slowly rolling a bit forward. The mountain is slowly getting a bit easier to climb. But I think if no title were to collapse on that little section there, they could have potentially got that advantage. Yes, it was 350,000 score difference, but there was always a chance, there's always an opportunity. A team can fall apart in a second. this is Osu, this is tournaments, that's just how it works. But thankfully it didn't happen, and now the ban section will come through the first team to ban.
Yeah, we'll see what they end up wanting to ban here. I feel like the ban for the is really not all that straightforward. You've beaten them on Remod 1, but yeah, there's the hidden one. Okay, that is one of the maps that we've been talking about for them quite a bit. So one of the expected bans, kind of expecting that, or the no mod one maybe. Maybe something like the no mod 3 or TT4. No mod 3 banned out for no title. Okay.
But no
looking at the match that looking at the match that the just had and saying, no, we can't beat that score. Let's just ban it out and not let them pick it. They do not want to play them on no mod 3, and apparently that no mod 3 would have been just as bad of a map as Hidden 2. They're going to lose this map almost certainly. So they probably would have lost that no mod 3 by a similar margin. Otherwise, I can't imagine why they would ban that instead of the Hidden 2. I do think the Hidden 2 ban is still better because you already know, if you are that you want to pick that Hidden 2. And you maybe don't pick the no mod 3, depending. You maybe pick something like the free mod 3 instead here. So I do think it's a little bit weird to see that banned out already from, or at all, from no title, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe they have been practicing the Hidden 2 as well in preparation for this matchup and think that they can win despite the difference in scores comparing these two teams in their previous matchups. No title with only 1.7 million to the 2.2, almost 2.3 million coming out of the earlier today. So maybe they think they can win it. We'll see if the practice is there. If not, bit of a silly no mod 3 ban, but you know, we'll see how this one goes. Hidden 2, low birth rate reading, a map that there are certainly some incredible players on the to be able to play very well.
They've got something in mind, I'm sure. I think you were right to say that Hidden 2 might have been the better ban. But on top of that, now that you think about it, it might have been better to pick that Hidden 1 instead of Hard Rock 3, considering that Hard Rock 3 has been protected. That might have been a better option, but we'll have to leave that be. Unfortunately, the got a good punish in that ban phase. And now it's swinging a little bit back more in their favor. Hidden 2 next up. Karcher, Jomuyong, Atapir, and MX10,000 for no title. Listia intercamming MG Hatsunemiku, also known as Arnold, and Ekoro, the man you should be looking at, most notably incredible reading player. But we already see several breaks coming through from no title. Jomuyong, Karcher, and MX10,000 all breaking. Atapir is still going, but in comparison to those full combos, I don't think it matters. Atapir breaks as well. No big combos aside from Karcher's on the side of no title, and Karcher goes down as well. This already looks like a really dominant start for the.
Well, you know, you never really know what goes on behind the scenes. You never really know how bad that no mod 3 was going to be for this team. But it seems like this probably should have been a ban for no title. Just looking at the intro, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems a little silly. Ekoro is full comboing. Arnold is full comboing, as pretty much expected for this team. You do have some okay scores on Atapir and Karcher, but that's about it. And they really cannot match up to the full combos coming out of Arnold and Ekoro, nor would you expect them to. You know, 95 times out of 100, maybe, right? So this is the expected result in pretty dominant fashion. It's going to be a win on this map for the. I don't even care that Arnold is missing. There's supporting combo on Listia, and there's still another FC for Ekoro. It's just not happening on this one. And like you said, kind of a rough third ban phase here for no title, getting the Hidden 1 banned out against them, and then not being able to ban out this Hidden 2 for whatever reason, needing to ban out that no mod 3 instead. And deciding that map was higher priority. So this is the only map that they can lose here. This is their last loss. It has to be their last loss if they want to stay in the tournament and force the tiebreaker against the.
I guess the notion that you know, oh, there are so many maps in the pool, they'll forget about no mod 3. I guess that could have been something that might have been something we've been thinking about, but to these players, that isn't it. Every single map is on the table. They're looking at their sheets constantly. They've got everything to mind, and they just believe no mod 3 was the better pick. And if that's what they believe, that's what they believe. But unfortunately, they're being punished greatly by as I guess you could say, they fell right into their trap. And that almost...
Ekoro's going to FC, by the way.
Yeah, Ekoro will FC. You know, great score. Yeah, it's Ekoro. He does those things. That's Ekoro. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to Osu, that's Ekoro. He's very good at these kind of maps. And this map is no slouch, by the way. Let me make that clear. If you were at the map pool showcase for the final stages last week, you would know that this map was actually going to be for grand finals, but just slowly got taken down a notch because they probably found a better one. But yeah, No Title are in a very awkward spot, and No Mod 1 will be picked. What probably a map that, despite us not mentioning, makes sense for No Title to pick, seeing as they are very, very comfortable aim players. And this is also a banger, might I add. This map and song is just awesome. I'm glad this is being picked.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the maps that No Title have won so far. It's been Hard Rock 1, it's been Hidden 3, which is Flow Aim, and it's been Hard Rock 3, which is Tech. But this is the closest map in the pool to that Hard Rock 1 from earlier. And given that there are no Hard Rocks left, and no Hiddens left, you're going to have to branch out your mod diversity a little bit here, right? You've only won on Hard Rock and Hidden so far. That maybe tells you, hey, pick free mod, but the free mods so far have not been going so well for you. You lost on the free mod 1. You probably don't want to pick free mod 3 at the very least. I don't know whether they want to pick that free mod 2 either. I think there are going to be some very, very good free mod 2 players on the Ekoro, namely, probably going to just pop off on that map and carry it. And I think that's actually probably the last pick for the as well, now that we talk about it. So this No Mod 1 pick makes a lot of sense. I think it's a solid map for them. It is the most aim consistency of aim consistency maps in this pool. Going to be pretty solid for them overall. A little bit less burst focused than the Hard Rock 1, a little bit less awkward than the Hard Rock 1 as well. So something where your skill cap really does matter quite a bit. Looks like a super early break for Zhang Wuyong, who is behind... Never mind, he caught up the cup. No. Is behind like 2 or 3 combo. Yeah.
You know the illusion where you look at one combo and then look at the other one, you're like, wait a minute, the second combo I looked at was higher. That can't be right. And then you realize, oh wait, it's just because they're constantly getting... It's like classic. It's a classic that commentators have to deal with. Yeah. You think someone's missed and you're like, oh, no, never mind. They're still holding. But yeah, I totally agree with what you said, the entire thing that you said there. No Mod 1's a really solid pick here. Solid aim, constant aim. There's nothing really that will trick you here. It's just aim after aim constantly. But this song is fantastic. And this map is very, very consistent based. Allegrissimo is going to be who breaks though, but that is traded out by Raikaho. Repulsion also broke a little while ago. Fortunately, that skims just past my sight. But so far, so good for No Title. The lead is flipping back and forth, but the combo advantage is in favor of No Title.
They should be able to get this score lead shortly if they're able to hold on. Like you said, it's only Allegrissimo who has found that miss so far for No Title. Has been one of those aim consistency players and has the potential to pop off if we do see something like the DT4 as a potential last pick for them. Did find a very, very good score on that DT4 in their previous matchup, and is the reason they were able to win that pick against Shale, despite a relatively close score overall. Zhang Wuyong, Karcher, and Parisia, though, all holding really high combo. Zhang Wuyong, again, on the reverse choke, down like 5 combo. Okay, down 750 combo with the miss there. Now better combo for the, and a close enough score gap that they are going to take it here. Matching combos for Allegrissimo and Raikaho, but better recovered combo for Rupersian, who has been slowly but steadily building that combo back up after his initial misses at tournament, and Intercamping still holding, but Raikaho not. Does find the miss going into the second KI time here, and that is going to even things up a little bit. Slightly better combo, I think, for Rupersian than for Allegrissimo plus Zhang Wuyong. Eternal drops and Rupersian drops at the same time, though, during the second KI time. Intercamping, the only combo left up for the. It is Carter and Parisia against Intercamping, and that is not a matchup you want to be in as Intercamping right now. Carter in particular, very, very scary on these aim consistency maps. We talked about how good this player has been for No Title on aim consistency in particular, showing it off once again here with the highest AC FC in the lobby.
No Mod 1 is a terrifying map, Dio, and the nerves of steel from Karcher is unreal. That double miss from The is absolutely invaluable. Into camping and break a whole break as well. There is no big combo for The. And Karcher is still holding on to that FC. Allegrisimo somehow breaks on an awkward slider, but that doesn't matter. Jean Young has got his back, and Karcher's the man in the lead.
Map's over, Sheila. This is already the win for no title on this map.
It's over.
They are going to at least force the last pick out of The. Don't let this map's scoreline fool you. This is still a The favored matchup. Look at the maps that have been won so far. 6 for The and 3, soon to be 4 for no title. But this is still match point for The. It is still backs against the wall for no title. And The does have the next pick. There are only, however, so many maps left up. Karcher's FC here surely putting the fear of God into The a little bit, though, as he once again defies the odds and finds the FC where it matters to keep his team in the tournament at this point. I mean, ridiculous stuff from Karcher. Once again, over 99%. The only player above 99 in the lobby and an FC at the same time. Karcher is just popping off, man. How many maps is that FC'd now for Karcher? I have to count because we have the Hard Rock one. We have the Free Mod one as well. We have the Hard Rock 3 and now the No Mod one. I believe that's 4 full combos. I think that's all of them for Karcher. I'm not sure if there were any FCs for him before that. I have to look once again, but and No Mod 2. So actually 5 maps. It's going to be Free Mod 3, by the way. The last pick for The.
We didn't have time to talk about this.
Karcher has FC'd, by the way. Just to be
oh my God.
just to put that stat in perspective. He's FC'd half the maps that have been played.
Karcher wants this anime story, man. He wants it to happen, man. He will not back down. What a monster Karcher is, man. If you had any small doubt of Karcher's performance in this tournament, now you know, now you see. But it's not over. The have picked Free Mod 3, and they are at match point. This could be a frightening premise here. The obviously have a really solid anti-mod roster. This is a Shiki map, and if you know Shiki, they do like to do their little flowy stuff, streamy stuff. And that is definitely up The's alley. I would not be surprised to see Ekoro on the hidden, maybe. I would not be surprised to see Arnold and maybe Rupashan. No title. I genuinely cannot say who could play this. Obviously, Karcher and John Young most likely, but the other two cannot say. Atapir, maybe, on the hidden. But this is a scary premise here. No title got a fantastic play on No Mod 1, but this could be it. This is the most valuable map in this series. If no title wins this, they get their next pick and they're secured tiebreak if they win that pick too. This is all or nothing.
Pay special attention to Karcher and Eternum. Eternum full comboed this map with Hard Rock against Ramsing for the win in the previous matchup and put up over 1 million score by himself on this map. Ekoro as well was 700,000 score for The in the previous matchup. You have Atapir tanking the hidden for no title on this one. I think that's the smart choice for no title. Put him on the hidden and let other people go No Mod or Hard Rock as preference dictates. It's going to be No Mod for 2 players on both of these teams. Ekoro and Intercamping on the No Mod, Spectre and Allegrisimo on that No Mod as well. Couple of early breaks though for Atapir and Spectre. It's Karcher and Allegrisimo really holding it together at the moment for no title. They're going to need them to hold those scores together, as well as only Arnold has broken combo at all in this map. Eternum is going to break though. Ooh. That's the Hard Rock FC gone.
So does Arnold.
He was the only FC as well for The in the previous match. Arnold's going to match the break for Eternum as well, and that's 2 combos dropped for The, and no title now with the score lead, with the combo lead, 2 FCs to 2. Atapir's break does not matter that much. Spectre still has good combo on the No Mod, and they are still matching both of the FCs, so no cause for concern at the moment with that break from Atapir. This section here near the end really going to end up, I think, deciding the map though. This part here near the end, some of the flow aim in this section so difficult, and it is all coming down to this 2v2 between the full combos. With an ever so slight combo lead, but there goes intercamping.
Oh my god!
One of the slow sections. Carter and Allegrisimo still holding combo. Allegrisimo goes on nothing. He misses on air and trades the break from intercamping. Spectre still holding on to high combo though. Arnold and Eternum still holding combo, and Koro holds when Carter doesn't. Carter drops at the very last second, and unless we see a three-way break right now from Eternum, Ikoro, and Arnold, this match is over. With Spectre's drop there, it is done. It was so close, all match long for no title, just ever so slightly behind but the Cinderella story is going to come to a close here. She did not make it home before midnight, and those shoes no longer fit. A bit too big for the shoes that are needed in the grand finals weekend, as steps up and fills those shoes with grace. Finally a win to close the match out 7-4 for no tiebreaker in this match, and boy, are they glad about it, because the carry potential for Carter in particular on a tiebreaker like this in the finals is so scary. Very well played from both of these teams, but ever so slightly better Ikoro with the carry performance at the end to cap it off for them. But really, the story of this match came down to Carter's carry performance versus the overall team strength of the massive team performance for basically everybody on this roster throughout the day. Both matches in a row, we saw every single person on this roster pop off, and that is what makes the difference between finals and grand finals. Being able to have any number of people pop off where you need it, being able to have all 8 players contribute in spades to a victory like this is exactly what you want to see from one of the top 3 teams in the tournament.
If you're a fan of Cinderella's, if you're a fan of Cinderella stories like me, guys, my heart breaks with you. I was really hoping that maybe would choke on this and we'd see a tiebreaker to really see it. The ultimate anime battle, some My Hero Academia-like stuff, but it didn't happen. Sadly, they fought so valiantly, Dio. Really did great. They performed brilliantly, but honestly, you gotta give credit to No Title. They really outdid themselves, and they did incredibly well. They may have made a few mistakes in their drafting and may have choked a map or two, but they did so well, and they definitely defined everyone's expectations, I think.
They really did. This is the seed number 12 team out of qualifiers. They managed to upset the seed number 3 team in finals weekend to guarantee themselves top 4 and put up a much closer match here than I think most people were expecting. Beat No Title in winner's bracket 6-2 and knocking them down 2 losers. And No Title here pushed them far harder than they did during what I believe was a quarterfinals matchup where they first met in this tournament. Really solid play from No Title this whole weekend during their 7-1 victory over Shale and during this 4-7 loss. You have to wonder, like you said, if this match could have turned out differently based on the draft, if they had picked the Hidden 1 instead of the Hard Rock 3, if they had picked the Nomad 1 instead of the Hard Rock 3 as well. Maybe it wouldn't have changed much. What happens if they ban the Hidden 2 instead of the Nomad 3? Do even think to pick the Nomad 3 at that point? You never know. But unfortunately for No Title, this is the way it turns out. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's the way they exit the tournament in 4th place. Very close matchup. Not quite enough gas in the tank to get to that top 3 and secure themselves the badge, but just enough for to do so instead. Gonna be in the top 3 in the losers finals, guaranteed a top 3 badge in the Corsace Open this year. Congratulations to them, and thank you to No Title for playing. Good luck to them next year, and good luck to many of their members in the OS World Cup playing for Team Korea as well.
They definitely made Korea proud, Dio. They made Korea proud, and I'm excited to definitely see those guys really pop off again, and Karcher leading the squad in Flying Tuna's steed. It's good. I'm excited to see what that roster can do up next. They really were a dark horse, and congratulations on getting top 4. For C12, getting top 4, that's really good. I'm happy for them, and of course, congrats to them for getting top 3. That's also great. It's not going to be easy for them because they have to face the loser of Whispering Almond and Goofy next match, which is tomorrow, and that's gonna be tough. But until then, that has been the match. What a great match that was, Dio. I'm really glad I got to witness this.
Yeah, fantastic match from both of these teams. Huge overperformance for no title, getting that top 4, and solid stuff for them, making it into top 3. It was a really solid match to watch, and hope you all watching enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. Well, shall we end it here now, Dio? Is that time to intro? Is it time to say goodbye?
I think so. We'll talk just for a second about the next couple of matches here on the winners finals. You mentioned it in passing earlier, but that matchup tomorrow, 17 UTC, about the same time that this one started. It's going to be Whispering Almond, the #1 seed in the tournament, versus Team Goofy. And that is the matchup that I am really excited to see. I think that this match is going to be very, very good. I don't know how close it's going to be, but both of these teams have the potential to make it really close. We have seen Whispering Almond drop 0 maps throughout the entire tournament so far. They are currently 17-0 in the Corsace Open. They 6-0'd in the semifinals to make their way here. And Goofy, while they did drop a couple of points to Fat Pepe Chungus and 14 UTC in the round of 16 and quarterfinals respectively, they also 6-0'd Shale on their way here. They, for their part, are 22-4 in the Corsace Open so far by map count. So these are, without a doubt, the 2 most dominant teams in the tournament, and this winners finals likely to be a very good matchup for both of them. The one thing that Whispering Almond has going for them, though, is that scheduling. Goofy with players from North America, Europe, and Australia on their team, so potentially missing a player from Australia in MREC if he is not willing to stay up that late for the matchup. And yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough for both of these teams, I think, especially if we do have a full roster for Goofy.